What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up and Chat. My name is BJ Mathews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, Spotify, Iheartradio, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, as well as Twitter and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Our Instagram, my Instagram is BJizzle, BJIZZLLE. My co-host Instagram, Rick Masters at RickMasters23. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Also on Instagram at _the pull up _ hit that notification bell on the top of the screen next to the subscribe button. Get all of our updated content. Let's get it popping. So check it out, man. I'm going to kind of break it down between these two teams, the Los Angeles Clippers and the Golden State Warriors. They did play last night on NBA TV on Monday. The Clippers beat them 119 to 104, and there was a number of things that I wanted to share, but I'm going to try to talk about both teams, more so the Clippers, just because I feel like there's more to say about them, especially since they won. So let's get it going. So first off, the Warriors, we already know who they are. Golden State Warriors, dating back to 2015 has been the most winningest franchise in the NBA. Right now they're still competitive. After having like a little bit of a drought without, Clay and Steph being hurt last year. They're back in business. They're second in the West. You know, what I seen from last night's game was basically Steph Curry being Steph Curry and Klay Thompson not being Klay Thompson. I saw the additions of, Jordan Poole was, he's kind of went down since Klay Thompson's came back. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen because even as an unselfish team as the Warriors are, there's still only one basketball. And shots are going to be taken away from a lesser player, who Jordan Poole is a very good player, most improved player candidate. But Klay Thompson, when healthy, he's a top 10 to 15 player. So he's going to get his shots. Andrew Wiggins, all-star starter this year coming up. He played a solid game. I don't know how many points he had, but he played a very solid game. And the role players of Otto Porter didn't do much. Kuminga, I don't know his first name, but his name is Kuminga. He's one of the Warriors forwards. He's an athletic forward. I think I don't know how tall he is. I want to get with the measurements wrong, but he's an athletic wing that can jump out the gym, play defense, shoot the occasional three. But he's going to be a big difference for this team, and he fits their culture very well. But the thing that they were missing, obviously, was Draymond Green. So while Draymond doesn't show up in the stat sheets as putting up a lot of points or whatever, when you playing ball, you understand what momentum and movement and system means. And the Warriors have a direct system to make them successful. Their cornerstone is moving without the ball and three-point shooting. Now, the thing with Steph Curry, when Draymond Green is not there, what takes away from him is his ability to move around without the ball, not having to really bring it up multiple times and having to, pull up and shoot and all that. That takes energy. So Draymond does his specific role, dribbling the ball up the court, handoff screen with over Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. They curl off that screen, they popping up the top of the 3-point line for that 3-point shot. Or, it could just be a regular set offense where, Draymond finds Curry or Klay off the screen or Jordan Poole. That's their offense. That's what they pride themselves off of offense. I also realized they don't really have any big men. Of course, Draymond Green's going to be playing big man when he comes back, but even him, he's a 6'7" big man for this team. He's undersized, even as tough as he is. And as far as James Wiseman, I don't really think it's James Wiseman as somebody as a physical bit that's going to be able to hang with guys like Nikola Jokic, Ivica Zubac, Anthony Davis, even though he's, flummoxed. There's just certain bigs I don't think he's going to be able to hang with. And, that's what I got to say about the Warriors. They just need Draymond Green back. As far as the Clippers side, let me tell you something. Let me just give Ty Lue his credit right now. Ty Lue needs to be in the Coach of the Year candidacy, top 5. I don't know if people have not been watching the Clippers. What they were missing last night was 4 key players. Of course, Kawhi and Paul George are out with their injuries right now. We're waiting to see the evaluations on them. But Norman Powell, who I actually just seen yesterday, no lie, no cap, and Luke Kennard, those are 2 valuable pieces on their team that they're missing, 2 good role players. So you mean to tell me 4 players, I understand it's a regular season game, you missing, and you're still able to prevail how you were to prevail. You have to really watch the game to understand what I'm talking about. From start to finish, the Clippers hung tough with this team. Now, my theory was going to be like they're going to hang tough in the first half, and then Steph or Klay was probably going to, have a historic night. But Klay was very average. He didn't really get off last night. Steph was the one who got off, but he got off in the first half. but you need that same consistency throughout the game. And that's why I say with Steph Curry, he obviously a top 15 player to me all time, 3-time champion. But the thing about him, he's a front runner. He starts the game off strong, but his finishing is a little bit shaky. It's a little questionable. So because when you come back down to earth after making all them shots, I mean, what else is there really for you to do? When you're that high, you're gonna have to only come down. But back to the Clippers. Terrence Mann, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, Ivica Zubac were the key contributors last night. Like I said, the Warriors don't have an inside presence. Ivica Zubac, Ty Lue understood the game plan to feed Ivica Zubac and get them in foul trouble and dominate the inside presence on Kevin Looney. And he dominated him. Um, Terrence Mann, to me, and this is why I was waiting for this resurgence from last year, I feel like he was a little bit hesitant this whole year. I don't think Terrence Mann really came off what he did last playoffs by that performance he had. He had most improved player predictions. He had my prediction this upcoming season as one of the candidates, but he kind of been slowly coming in, not really just jumping in. Like guys like Amir Coffey and now Norman Powell. I was a little bit concerned at how Terrence Mann's going to be able to fit. Is he going to still have that aggressiveness? But now since Norman was out and Amir Coffey didn't really have the assertiveness last night, Terrence Mann showed you what his potential is. He was not only able to attack the rim, but in the second half, primarily, they put him on Steph Curry. And Terrence Mann's a 6'5" forward. And the fact that I'm 6'5", I can sit up there and hound Steph Curry. Now they play the Phoenix Suns tonight. Watch what Ty Lue does. He puts Terrence Mann on Chris Paul. Even in the playoffs last season, I saw stretches where Terrence Mann would hound Chris Paul because again, you could be a great ball handler, but when you're a 6'5" athletic wing, remember he was compared to Kawhi Leonard in draft camp, and you got quick hands and quick feet, you're gonna cause some trouble. But back to what I was saying, Terrence Mann, Ivica Zubac, as well as Robert Covington, and who's the fourth player? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Nicholas Batum. Nico hit some big shots. They were able to outshoot with the Warriors. There's a lot of teams that can't shoot with them, but the Clippers can shoot with the Warriors. He hit some big threes in the second half to keep them neck and neck with, the Warriors, as well as he made some good defensive help side plays. Robert Covington, same thing. He came for that primarily for defense and help side defense and energy. That's what he brought for that team. So the Clippers being so deep and beating these teams without their star players and other key role players, I don't think I've seen this from any other team. I don't see this from any other team. So that's why when they get those players back, they're gonna be so dangerous. And I think that they're in a good enough system where everybody's gonna be able to still do their thing while not having to compromise so much. You know what I mean? So hey, great game last night, you know what I mean, between the Clippers and Warriors. I'm looking forward to the Clippers and Suns tonight. I will be watching on TNT. And yeah, I'll be back again soon. Y'all follow me on the social media, you know what I'm saying? Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. Peace. Out of here like swimwear.